sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
First-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. But a tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Baker. And that is incomplete.
I'd rather see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the completion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that how many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard.
Let's go.
They were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defense. This clearly was the wrong one to run into. Getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you play and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. You got good yardage yourself.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
This is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play. And sometimes it absolutely serves just that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Play action. Baker. left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Baker on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And take it right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll continue to watch the updates in that one as well as the other games going on in Week 5 of the NFL season. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go now.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Cowboy 80.
Blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Warriors 17. Shot 16. Shot 16.
Good throw on third down with Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Last week is his first one here away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half. The struggle. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy sent it to him early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back.
Now Gordon for the touchdown. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The Colts at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. And a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
brushed by him, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner.
Let's go.
The game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. We didn't see it happen.
Now Herbert following the turnover. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against the secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. That one complete to Connor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go get it.
Herbert now.
You ain't going nowhere.
Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the air. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come back, team.
Herbert. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Okay.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Corliss Waitman now. Rodgers to return it. 3-0 after 1.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to me, losing the points was really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
Short-term memory.
and move on to the next series.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Street. Let's go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Right there, right there. Go!
Here's Baker. Off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
19 right.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Charger drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Viking 18.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially
Ready
every
up.
blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second and 10. Herbert. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10. Now it's Herbert.
All over you.
Complete. That's Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Eddie!
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, check that,
And
check that.
still
Street.
no points on the board coming up. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
You ain't going nowhere.
He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Let's go. Go.
Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards. yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. It's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hold it ready.
You ain't going nowhere. This is the check.
Four yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Hand the street.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hey, watch the screen, baby. Watch the screen.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Leading.
Play action here on first down. Out to his left. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scare some people, can't they?
60 minutes. Play a whole game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete to Pittman. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he works straight across the field. He's hoping he get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead in intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
On first down, it's Herbert. For right side here, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll get it inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. At the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it.
First down, they stick with Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Okay, ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
This is a counter play, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Let's go now.
In need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Rodgers on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they're in the ball game.
Nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Baker. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hustle, hustle.
Looking to throw. Baker. And he'll find Pittman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. We'll call this play significant.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Hop 18. Drop 18. Hey, smash. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19.
Baker throwing on first down. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ready?
Second down and
Panther
3.
60. Panther 60. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
A give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he's had a meeting with running backs every year. As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
They've hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead. Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Okay, break.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 14.
19 right. Viking 18.
Herbert just beat the play clock. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
No check. No check.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground?
Let's go.
That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check smash. Check smash.
Let's go. Let's go.
Game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Right there, hurt. Go.
Off the play fake. Big. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another area of escape. It didn't exist.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pioneer. Way back home,
To throw is Baker. Throwing on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last
Here we
year
go.
was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He finds his man complete. It's Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball.
Here we go, Zach.
And you don't give up much run after the catch.
Eckler back between the tackles. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that.
Let's
This guy's
go now.
good and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And as they come to the line, they get off another play as time. Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he takes it. Touchdown. Austin Eckler His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, if that's going to win games. What do you think?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 123 yards rushing for guys. He has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yards, but you stick with them, don't you? If they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll give this one to Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice scoring run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Come on. Hands straight.
Once more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play of the drive now is in on a 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Hurt. Have switching.
It's Hubbard, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Charger drive about to get going. The field goal we just saw has us in a one-score game. And this things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose. as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Let's go now.
On the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
69.
It's Eckler again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
19 Tiger. 70 Rangers. Warriors 70. Go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they were that's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ready.
From the 21 and 2nd and 10.
Trap 60.
Back to throw. Baker. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Baker. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be out right at the 35. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. Not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Riggs! Head through 11! Mustang 19!
Operating from the gun, Baker. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. He's got room at the 30, and he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 1st down to Hubbard, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Okay, ready?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
19 line! Check! 19 tight! 19 tight!
He'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Let's go! 18, Pioneer! 7 Pirates! Dragon 60!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Chargers are Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down. They can use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On the set!
So the Colts an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just say about football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the ball to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat.
He's back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Chargers have just about summed up this football game. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there, that determination and a pretty good game plan. Pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Chargers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have a next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.